Boom, we're live. Yay! Hagscast episode 9. Yep, we're on 9 now. I was going to make it 10 in a season, but I decided to change my mind. I'll just make it a 2018 season. And I'll do an end of section review. My next one. Okay, today I've got Nixos. How are you, Nixos?
Good, thanks, mate. You?
I'm good, man. I've just woke up.
Nice.
I had a bit of a. I thought I had a migraine coming on, but I was just tired. So, yeah.
I've been suffering from migraines recently, and now I have to wear glasses when I'm working.
Yeah, screen glare is a bad one for that.
Definitely, yeah. I get visual migraines, they called it. I literally got my glasses today.
Huh?
I'm trying to wear them in. Yeah.
Takes a little while for your eyes to adjust, and the feeling of wearing glasses. That's pretty weird as well. Like.
Yeah, because it's not the same as wearing shades. Like you're used to wearing shades when you're driving and stuff like that. It's really easy. But I'm wearing my glasses now while I'm fishing on WoW. It feels really weird.
I don't look at the screen when I'm fishing. I get one of the big bubbles. Yeah, put the mouse over it, right? Watch Netflix. The bubble goes, buff, click it. There you go.
I normally do that, but
Good fun. Anyway, where did you come from?
I'm originally born in Blackpool.
Right. Okay.
In the UK. But I moved down south when I was 17.
What age are you now?
Sorry?
What age are you now? Yeah.
I'm 33, so I've lived down south like 16 years, 17 years, something like that.
All right, okay. Living down south.
Yeah, it's it's better weather, just the like the food and the clothing is a lot different up north and stuff like that. The way people talk, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you sort of get that everywhere you go, eh? There's slight differences in fashion. I mean, I don't give a fuck about fashion. I'll go about in t-shirts like 365 days a year.
Yeah, trackies and a hoodie.
Trackies and a hoodie. Is that no Liverpool that people that do that?
Well, like that's shell suits.
Shell suits with rock boots.
Matching shell suits with big curly wigs and stuff like that. Yeah. Not to stereotype them or anything.
No. Wouldn't stereotype at all.
Everyone in Scotland wear kilts, don't they? You don't wear trousers.
Well, to be fair, I wear mine at every possible opportunity. It's
even at bedtime.
Well, depends on the wife. We get oh shit! What was I going to say about that there? It's a thing that's not actually. It wasn't originally Scottish. It was.
Right.
I can't remember where it came from, but we stole it.
Is it like a Viking thing, is it, or something?
Kinda, but I don't think it was the Vikings. I think it was, I don't know, Holland or some shit. Let's see if I can Google this. Kilt origin. Oh, hang on. The kilt is a Scottish garment. Blah 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 blah. Other cultures have garments before the similarities to the kilt. Alright, okay, well. Alright, there was other dresses that were similar. I'm assuming we used it for practicality or some shit, I don't know. But not a lot of people in Scotland own them. Because you can buy a kilt off of eBay for like 50, 60 quid. Or my one, which costs £250. But it's a better quality, obviously. But
do you think that modern society's like phasing them out because it's a traditional sort of dress?
No. Even the young team are wearing them.
Okay.
So it's not as if it's just the older guys that are doing it. It's always been a thing.
But it's the isn't it? Is it right? The tartan equates to the family. All right.
You do get different colours, tartans, different. I've got a Jones tartan, which is Welsh, which is actually quite horrible. But since I was in the Black Watch, in the army, I use that tartan if I'm going to. Well, that's what I've got upstairs on my one. So I wear my regimental tartan.
Okay.
Whereas if you're going to a wedding or something, say like my dad's friend, they had the Rangers tartan, which is a football team.
Yeah.
So, that is what it is. What was wrong with you? Did you have a flu, or you just been bedded down with a migraine?
Oh, this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a sort of cold and flu, and I just didn't want to like sort of stream and sniff and sneeze all over Twitch TV sort of thing. So I just decided just to sort of hibernate and try and get over the cold, because obviously I got work today and I can't afford to be off work at the moment. Got lots of stuff on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're actually better. You'd probably be over a cold and or flu in like 2 days if you were able to just stop everything.
Yeah, and just sweat it out.
Aye.
And just get loads of fluids in.
Go to bed, eat loads of chicken soup, drink loads of water.
Yeah.
You'd be over it really quick. But since you're having to spend energy going to work, you're talking like a week and a half.
I'm used to I've had thousands of colds, because I've got asthma, I've got allergies and shit like that. So I'm used to it. So I know how to sweat it out in a couple of days.
Aye. So do you get, with asthma, do you get more colds than normal?
No, not necessarily. With asthma, it's just when the let's peak of summer, where all the rape seeds and stuff like that, and the fields are prime, bit difficult to breathe in. But with I'm allergic to dust and grass and stuff like that. That gets my colds going.
Okay. Huh. I remember.
Horrendous.
I've seen when I was in the army, we'd done an exercise, and there was an ambulance there. Ambulance goes everywhere with you. Well, most of the time. So the guys are training in this field, and it's it's like knee-long, high grass. But it's not just grass, there's weeds and everything in there. Flowers and whatever. So the guys are training through there. The next thing, I goes up to the ambulance, because I knew the medic. I opened the door, and there's 4 boys sitting there. It looked like they'd been punched really badly by Mike Tyson. Their face had swelled up, their nose was puffy, their eyes were puffy, and they were using there's a air filter inside the ambulance to give them fresh air and filter out pollen. It's not just for pollen, but and he's like, shut the door. Shit. Yeah, I feel it for they guys, it can't be nice.
No, if you get it in your eyes and stuff like that, it can be horrendous.
Well, that was hay fever. I don't know if asthma's the same.
Yeah, I've got that as well. I've had that. Hay fever, asthma, allergies. Got it all. They should put me down, really.
My brother's got it. My brother's got asthma. I don't think he's got hay fever, though. He never had any bother with that. No. What's your go-to fast food?
My go-to fast food. I'm slightly addicted to KFC.
Slightly.
Yeah, so when I was 15, 16, I worked in KFC for a year, and then 17, I joined the military. But when I drive from my base to another base, there's a KFC on the way, and I have
Uh-huh.
one every time I go. And if I have a rule when I'm going up the motorway to do a course or something at a different station that if there's a KFC on the way, I'll stop and have that.
You actually
So
go out your way to get it.
yeah. It's like a tradition.
Hey, fair play to you, man. If that's what you want, you go for it.
I love chicken. I love chicken.
I like. We've got a Burger King at the service station next to where I work,
Yeah.
and if you go in, you ask for a residence discount, and they knock off. It's not an amazing amount, but it's certainly cheaper than not getting the discount.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's like £9 a meal or something at Burger King, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So you'll knock it down to like what, £7 for a meal, which
Still a lot.
is
Isn't it?
better than nothing, eh?
Yeah, it's better than nine.
Yeah, definitely. But it makes it tolerable to actually go there. Oh God, no! My dog's got a touch of incontinence. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
horrible cow. Anyway, yeah. So what do you do for work then?
I'm in the Royal Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been for 16 years.
Oh wow.
That's why I said when I was 17, I moved down south, is because I joined the military.
Right. Okay. So how long have you been based where you are then?
Where I'm at currently, I've been here 5 years, and I spent 10 years at Bryce Norton.
Right. Okay.
I'm hoping to go back. I'm hoping to go back there soon, but yeah, with it was like 18 months in training and stuff like that, basic training and my actual trade training
Right.
as well. I've just signed on for a further 8 years on top of my 22, so I'm actually due out in 2033.
Yeah.
A long time. But yeah, I'll just do my 22 years, which comes up in 2025, and then I'll get out because I qualify for my military pension then.
Aye. Yeah. Yeah, we did something similar in the army.
Yeah.
Did they try and get you to sign on to the new pension scheme?
The what pension 15?
I can't remember.
Oh, there's I used to be on 75.
Yeah.
Then the ask for volunteers for pension 2005. Not a lot of people took it, and pension 15 is mandated, so you have to take it.
But is that if you're already on the old one?
It's the amount of years you've accumulated on the old one. So say, what was it, 3 years ago? So I've qualified 13 years on pension 75,
Right.
and now I've got 3 years on pension 50. So
Ah, right.
I'll still get like a lump sum when I come out at 22 years, and it's massively overcomplicated. You get some money when you leave, you get some money when you're 67.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking outrageous. To be fair though, when you get out at the end, they do look after you. You'll get a easy fucking wage and just get some part-time job, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ex-military people that don't get the help that's needed from the government and stuff like that, and
No, I don't.
it's statistically known that most homeless people are ex-military.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of homeless people are ex-military because they suffer from PTSD, or they just can't hold down a job because they're so their military lifestyle is so engraved into them.
Yeah.
That going on to civilian street is a hard transition, and they just can't keep down a job. So then they become homeless and skin, and then they've got to live on the street. Because once you're out, after like the first couple of months you're out, the military just sort of
Well, it's gone.
they see in a bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Thanks for your service. Here's your money. Here's your pension. I'll see you in a bit.
Which is a shame because the military isn't a job. It's a life.
Yeah.
And you learn to live that life. And people that join when they're, was it 18 plus, are more likely to stay and do their full whack, their full term. Because
You can join as young as 16 and a half now.
I started joining the army when I was 15.
Did you?
And then I done my selection in, I'm going to say December. I was 16 in December. And I swore my oath in January. And I was in first day in camp was the 24th of January 2004. And done 6 years.
I joined up 9th of October 2002.
It's weird how you remember the date though, eh?
Yeah. Oh, you remember everything, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Service numbers engraved into you. I bet you can still remember yours.
25180608. There you go.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You'll never forget it.
Nah. It's just a number that you've got. Yeah, in the army, you are a number. You know, and you either accept it or you don't. You know, it's... You have to learn that number off by heart. So, do you know your... In fact, no, I don't think you should say your fucking national insurance number.
Yeah, I know that part, yeah.
Yeah, I know that one as well.
But my dad went, right, here's your card. You've got 2 weeks to remember this, because I'm cutting it up.
Aye.
But I know it. I know it off by heart.
Aye, that's the way to do it. Like, it's I had mine for a good few years, like, but inevitably you lose it as everything else.
You don't really use it as much as you initially think. Well, I don't anyway. But I've been in the same job for 16 years. So.
Aye, yeah. The have you been on any operational theatres?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done Optelic, Upheric, which is Iraq and Afghan.
Yeah.
I've done Afghan
That place is a shithole.
three times, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, done it. I went once. That was me.
Yeah, I went to Kandahar, Kabul, and Camp Bastion.
I've been to Bastion and in fact I might have been to fucking. Do you fly into Kabul?
Yeah. It's you fly over a mountain and then you dip down. It's very mountainous.
Oh no, I've not been there then.
It's quite cold. It's in the north.
Right. No, I must have true. I flew straight to Bastion and then off to Kandahar. I was in Kandahar for fucking 7 months.
On the boardwalk.
Aye.
There's a KFC there as well.
Yep. No, wait a minute. KFC. No, when I was there.
That was when I was there.
We had.
That's the thing with the Americans, right? When they set up base, they set up a base.
Oh yeah.
And they've got everything. They've got fast food.
You could
they've got
live there.
The BX and stuff. You could buy a PlayStation for like $100 cheaper than in the UK and stuff. But with the Brits and their idea of a support is some porta cabins,
with an naffy.
There
you go.
And a mess. Yeah, that's naffy. That's luxury.
Aye. That's my experience. We had a guy come work with us called Jay. He was in rifles, 2 rifles, which used to be the Royal Green Jackets, who, by the way, are fucking psychos. Loads of these guys go for SAS training. You know, all right, not all of them get in, but that's. I think they're the main source of their troops. Them and paras, and they hate paras. They fucking fight each other. They fucking try and outdo each other. You know, it's mad. Anyway, he was on a FOB, a forward operating base, and he says he had a camp bed. What the fuck was that? I've not got a screensaver. He's got his camp bed, and it's got bricks all the way around it, and like a little metal roof, and that's where he slept. And he says it was roasting all the time. Yet I was in a camp bed, in an air conditioned tent. You know what I mean? No bricks or fuck all around me.
And you were freezing all the time, yeah?
To be fair, yeah, during the night, I wouldn't use a sleeping bag or fuck all. I'd let myself get cold. And then you wake up in the morning, step out your tent, and you'd be melting. Yeah.
It's the old sort of saying, isn't it? Like, the Air Force get the luxury accommodation, the Army have to sleep in the ditches and stuff like that.
Aye.
Or is it the Army sleep under the stars, the Air Force rate hotels by them?
Fuck's sake. Think about that, actually. We had a problem with our plane. The flight was delayed in Edinburgh for whatever fucking reason. So we were meant to board the flight at, I'm going to say 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Couldn't board. And I was on baggage party, so I was there first. I knew exactly what was going on. I knew where all the rifles were. You know, everything's wrapped up in the side of this Bedford, you know. Well, it's a hardback Bedford. Just a big truck. And the airport staff, already, they are freaking out because you've got weapons. You know, alright, they're not loaded, they're fuck all, but they're freaking out. Next, so right, we're going to have to stay here. And the airport staff, again, are freaking the fuck out. Right, if you're staying here, that vehicle needs to be backed up to the wall of this building, so nobody can get in the back, and there needs to be 2 people sat in the front at all times. There was, and the sergeant major was going nuts, you know. So then we end up. There's a camp nearby Edinburgh Airport, and they managed to. There was an empty armoury, so the sergeant major and someone else fucked off down there, got rid of all the weapons, and then we spent a night in. Is it the Hilton? What's that? I don't know if you.
Hilton.
I think it was a Hilton. I'm not sure, but it was across. People that know Edinburgh, it was across the road from the casino, next to Matalan. There's a hotel there. That's where we stayed the night. But everybody got a key, and then I went to the back and says, right, whoever's got a key, go towards the elevator, have a buddy. So then everybody's got a roommate. It was a double room, you know. But I was at the back, and I made a point of going last, and I didn't have anybody.
So you can have a room to yourself.
Yeah, I had a room with myself. Emptied that minibar. You know, first thing you get told, no drinking. What's the first thing you're going to do?
Drink.
Yeah. Don't encourage people. That's just defiance kicking in. Do you have something like that as well? Don't be telling them not to do something.
Yeah, it's normally, don't go to this shop if in like a foreign country and stuff like that. Don't go to this mall. It's strictly out of bounds.
Yeah,
but it's the only mall that's got a KFC in it. Something like that.
I'm going.
I'm going for a KFC. I've had them in Qatar and stuff like that. They do the best double zinger burgers. So
right.
2 zingers. They double them up, and they call it a double zinger. It's just an amazing. So if I'm in the Middle East, I'll find a KFC. But it's normally the you can't go here. It's out of bounds because of this reason. You can't go here because you can't drink. But by the way, we're not leaving for 3 days. So you're like, I wonder what I'm gonna do.
That's brilliant. We had I was based in Warminster, and we were told that this certain place. It was like maybe 10 minutes on the train. We're not allowed to go to this place, and nobody really gave a fuck, you know. But one day, one of the guys went. So, and all I seen was the officers from our regiment walking around. He's like, hold on, what the fuck? And that's what they told us it was out of bounds because all the officers wanted peace from us. So naturally, everybody started going. Naturally, the RSM got pissed off but there was nothing they could do because the officers were doing it.
Rank has its privileges.
So, yep. Nobody gave a fuck. Everybody just started getting pushed in the afternoon and that.
Clever though, isn't it? If you think it from their perspective, it's cleverer because they don't want to be harassed by privates and land checks or anything like that. We'll just say that this gin bar here is out of bounds, and they'll go to the other bars, and we'll have a nice time.
Aye, yeah, that's not what you want to do. They'll do the opposite. Yeah,
it's like the sort of the child syndrome. Like, don't touch the fire; it's hot.
I'm gonna go touch it.
And they touch it and burn themselves. It's the only way they'll learn.
Yeah. So I think you like that RAF lifestyle then, if you're still in.
Yeah, my last squadron was epically good. These last 5 years, so I was on the large fixed-wing aircraft, like passenger aircraft.
Right.
Here, where I am now, for the past 5 years, I've been in helicopters. I'm not a big fan of helicopters, so I'm trying to get back to the large fixed-wing aircraft.
Right.
And it just gives you more opportunities to travel the world as well, because I think I've travelled to 27 different countries since being in the RAF.
That's a good effort, right?
All for like free, paid by the Queen. Thanks, man. So like places like Pakistan, I thought I'd never be, or Azerbaijan, Qatar, and places like that. I think I'm never going to pay for a holiday to go to these places.
Yeah.
The Air Force is sending me, and you can see all these countries, and some of them are really nice. Some of them are like just dog shit. So you never go there again. So yeah, my next posting, I'm hoping to spend the last 6 years of my career traveling the world again.
Okay.
Be good.
Have you been to the Ascension Islands?
Yes, Aussie, yeah.
The one with the bump in the middle of the runway.
Yeah. They've closed that down at the moment.
Have they?
Yeah, because the runway's too short. Because it comes off the cliff, doesn't it? The entrance to the runway. It's right on the edge of the island. So as you fly in, you have to get it right, otherwise they'll plough into the side of the island.
Yeah.
But technology nowadays, it's really easy. But because it's on the edge, the natural like weather erosion and the sea, it's sort of crumbling away the end, and so the runway's too short. So they go to Cape Verde now.
Oh.
But I do remember Azzy. I must have been like 2019 or something like that, and because it's on a volcanic island, it's really, really warm, and I was outside and it was pissing down with rain. I was having a tab in my boxers and I was boiling. It's the most surreal thing ever.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot better than the Falklands if you carried on your journey.
Aye, I've been there.
Falklands is miserable.
That is the weirdest weather zone I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You go and have your breakfast, come out and it's white. What the it's only white for like an hour. And then it's just windy again. All the trees are like 6 foot tall. Yeah. They just don't grow because it's too windy.
It's always raining.
Yeah. I was doing an exercise and we were doing an attack. And we got to this big rocky area. I'm like, what the fuck is this? There's like rocks from the bottom of the hill all the way to the top. Massive fucking boulders. And I'm talking like 12 foot long big boulders.
And they'll do some damage.
Oh yeah. And there's obviously smaller ones as well. And there's just like a big trail of these. Not in a road shit. They're all jagged and fucking all over the place. And apparently the Falklands used to be covered in ice. And as the icebergs or big icicles came breaking off, it dragged, some of the stones got left behind where it was sliding down the mountain. So yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Some useless info for you, but at least I think that's what the guy said to me anyway. I might be a little bit weird on that, but that's the general what I got for that.
Makes sense.
How often you been on adventure training?
How often?
Yeah.
Not as often as you'd like. I mean, I've done a few bits in Germany with like abseiling and canoeing. And, I'm a qualified yachtsman, level 1. I don't know. What else do we do? Cycling. The best one was dam busters. We went to Germany and we saw the dam, and we went to the museum and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
Aye.
But yeah, I don't really get out adventurous training as much as I'd like to. We're actually trying to set up one now near me. Do a boat ride down the Thames.
All right.
So that would be cool if the management sign it off.
That'd be pretty cool.
What about yourself?
I've done abseiling and rock climbing and a few other bits and bobs when I was in training. But I'd done a battlefield. What was my first one? South Africa. Went there for 4 weeks. Cost me £300 it cost me. And it was like, I would say it was like a 3-week piss up. It was great. We went to the Drakensberg Mountains, went up them. I think it was 3,000 metres off the top of my head. Man, it's hard to breathe at that height.
Yeah, altitude. I
don't like... heights don't bother me, but I don't like being at heights. I hated fitness. I hated everything about it. I hated sweating. I hated being hot. I just hate it. I did not have the right mindset in the army. But and then we went to Cape Town, done a few battlefield tours. We went to Rock's Drift. Not too bad a movie, that. And then after that, it would have been Italy on a battlefield tour. That was a 2-week piss up. That was good.
Sounds like you do more bloody AT and battlefield tours than we do in the RAF.
Oh, I got it good, like. And I'm sure there was another one. Oh, Switzerland. I went skiing. Adventure training.
Nice. Yeah.
6 weeks.
They do I think it's called Snow Eagle or something like that. They do that like every March in the RAF, where you can go and snowboard and ski for like £200 for 2 weeks in Austria, where it is.
Yeah. It's brilliant. It's not a skiing trip. It's a piss-up holiday with a side order of skiing.
Yeah, just hold your skis next to you. next to the bar.
Right, then hold them. Yeah, but you get the point. It's really good fun. I spent so much money. I says to other folk before that I got paid on the Wednesday. I went to the bank on the Tuesday and I transferred money from my ISA account. It takes 5 working days to go through. So I got paid £1,500. By the next Wednesday, the next Tuesday, that £1,500 from my wage was gone. I was skint for 1 day, and then my other £1,500 went in the next day. I was like, holy shit.
Christ.
That was mad. And I had to transfer more money after that as well, but for the most part, I managed to keep it under control.
It's bad when you got like restrain yourself from. Obviously, you have an amazing time, but you're restricted obviously by how much money you've got in your account.
Aye.
Like some people could only took like £200 on that thing, but have a whale of a time and they can't afford anything else.
Yeah.
And obviously you're limited.
Which is a shame, because you want to go and do stuff like that and just. See, if you were a millionaire, you'd probably die. You'd have too much fun. Yeah. I had a lot of opportunities in the army that, by all rights, I shouldn't have. I didn't volunteer for any of them, apart from, you put your name forward for things coming up like that. I didn't put my name forward for any of them. And the one that I did, it was because the officer came in. The officer was going past their office, and he came in. Anybody want to go skiing? Yep, I'll go. And there you go.
Do you think? Do you think the military has done you good for like who you are today as a person?
Nah,
No.
I didn't change at all between the time I went in and the time that I left. I've changed more in this last 2 years than I have in my entire time in the army.
Is that because of the breach gun?
No.
But
I wouldn't.
I think it's definitely changed me for the better being in the military, and I think you can't say conscription. Like everyone has to do a bit of time in the military, like Greece do.
Yeah.
In Greece, you got to do 12 months in the military at some point in your life. It's like in law or something.
Right, okay.
But I definitely like people. I don't know how you do it without making it mandated, but I definitely encourage more youth to do minimum time in any of the forces, whether it's like 1 or 2 years.
Yeah. See, I actually had a thought about this, right? People get a big hoo-ha about national service and things like that.
Yeah, that's it. National service.
Yeah.
Conscription's like, yeah.
Aye. But my thinking on it, right? See, if somebody's leaving school at 16, they're not interested in school. They either don't get on with people or whatever, they're not being taught the right way, whatever it may be. If they're leaving full-time education, if they're not going into a job or some sort, then they're going to the military. My thinking is they won't be sent away unless they actually sign on. They'll do like 2 years, and they'll just stay in Britain, and they'll do things in Britain, training and whatnot. But then after that, they can leave if they want, or they could stay in.
There's obviously a cost behind that, though, isn't there? Because obviously the cost of bringing them in, the training, the kit, and then just for 2 years later, it's like an investment that you just chuck in the bin, isn't it? But we're not that flush in the military.
Yeah, I suppose we don't need a big army either, or big military.
Well, we're not. Do you know we're not classified as an army anymore?
Yeah, we discovered that when I was in the army. Was that a militia or some shit, innit?
Yeah, we're classified as a militia. It's got to be 100,000 troops plus to be classified as an army.
Yeah.
That's a fact for you.
Yeah, fun fact.
Since I joined, when I joined in 2002, I think it was like 78,000 people in the Air Force, and there's 32 now.
Wow.
So it's halved.
That's mad.
And we're doing the same amount of work. That's the difference. We haven't downsized our planes and stuff like that. It's just half the people, same amount of planes.
Yeah. Bigger workload. Thing is, it can be done. As long as it's managed properly, it's...
Well, it's the can-do attitude sort of that you get in the military. Because obviously we've got a mission to achieve.
Yeah.
And everyone just gets on with it. Like, oh, I've been working 15 hours today. I'm absolutely knackered. Get on with it.
Yeah, I got on with it.
Yeah. And seriously, you just... Yeah, I'm going to speak to my trade sponsor.
Yeah. Strike.
Exactly.
I've got a guy at work, and the manager and one of the assistant managers go around together, right? Now, sometimes 95% of the time, I think they're busy. They're away, they're doing stuff I don't need to worry about. You'll not see them all day, but they will be doing stuff on the farm. But the 3 other guys that I work with, one assistant manager, 2 labourers, they're complaining about them. They 2 are off doing nothing. They're doing fuck all. Fucking blah, 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 blah. It's like...
Do they have crew?
It's like, fuck off, man. Why I'm moaning at me today? Oh, we're doing all this and they're doing fuck all. I was like, right, are you going to go say that to him? No. Well, stop complaining about it then. He didn't know what to do. He's like, well, I'll just stop complaining to you then.
Yeah, but does he have any like facts behind his
accusation
and stuff? He's just speculating that just because he's not here, he's obviously just got his feet up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he thinks, and it's. I lost it today. I've had all my complaints out. You know, I know they're doing stuff. I mean, they were around my sheds today, sorting out the water for the chickens because they're using this. It's like a vitamin supplement stuff, and it's really oily, and it causes airlocks in their drinkers and where they get their water.
Oh yeah.
So they have to flush all that out, and they were at that all day, and that's why me and him were doing the more physical side. You know, their task was more. It was an easy task, you know. It's a very easy task, but it takes time, and you need two guys to do it. So, yeah. But he stopped complaining after that, so I was grateful for that.
Yeah.
I might have been on his bad side for 5 minutes, but fuck it.
Bit of peace, though, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Thing is, that's what I mean. See if you're going to complain about something. If you're not going to do anything about it, shut your puss and get on with it.
Yeah, that's what I say to my lads at my work. It's like they'll complain about higher management or another squadron that they're lazy and stuff like that. And I always say, if you're that bothered, prove that they're not doing this task because it's called a QOR. It's like a quality occurrence report or something. It's basically you dob on someone using an official form,
Right.
and then somebody else has to answer that form on why they're not doing the correct processes or whatever like that.
Right,
So
okay.
if the squadron aren't doing this by the legislation, put this QRR in, and then their management has to answer why aren't they doing it. And if they are doing it, then they've got to prove they're doing it, and it sort of highlights that certain people are like, yeah, you know what I mean. It's supposed to be an improvement process where it's not about snitching on somebody; it's about highlighting a process that they're not doing, so they can correct it in the future and prevent sort of disasters and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a quality control for people, if you like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an interesting one. Oh, we had when I just joined my regiment. I was there for about maybe 3 weeks, maybe. And we were down the garages, and we were mechanised at this point. So we had warriors and 432s. You know what a warrior is?
Tank?
Yeah, basically an armoured.
I don't know what 432 is though.
That's basically a warrior without the turret.
Okay.
It's just got a hatch for the gunner, a hatch for the commander and the driver. Anyway, my company had 432s, and we were down the garages doing general maintenance on them. And it gets the boys comes up to me. I need you to go and get the keys. Keys for what? The keys for the 432. Now at this point, I'd already been in a 432, and I'd been fucking about with it. Nobody said I could, but I was in it, and I turned the thing on. You flick the switch, turn the battery on. You pull down the handle, turn it, and then that's everything. That's basically like your ignition. And then you push the start button. You know, it's done. It's on. The engine's running. And this guy, I need you to go and get the keys. I'm like, what for? For the 432. Go to the QMs. Ask for the keys for the 432. They'll give you one. He was just wanting me out the fucking road because I was annoying people. I ain't no bother. So I fucks off back up to the barracks, goes to my bed, fucking goes to sleep. And then about an hour later, I get tipped out my bed. Where the fuck have you been? What? And I completely forgot what I'd done. But I didn't get in trouble for it. You know, somebody tried to be wide. I called his bluff. So yeah, fuck him.
Scot free.
Aye. I was like, he sent me for that. So why were you in your room? Because I couldn't find it at the QM, so I went to my room instead.
Why not?
Fucking wido. I tell you what, I never got sent for anything again. Alright, well, stuff that was real anyway. You get some fucking pranks in the army, like.
Yeah, some disturbing ones I've heard. It's probably a bit too blue.
I think, I've heard about guys fucking rolling bowling balls at each other, at their balls.
Naked. Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Sliding down fucking, like, a 3 set of stairs on an ironing board. You know, it never goes well. Somebody's always getting hurt. But drunk people just being drunk, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's just boredom, isn't it? If you get, like, I don't know, 50 lads, or teenagers or early 20s, all in a barracks on their own.
Oh, you're just asking for trouble.
Not a female in sight, full of alcohol, then you can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You get bored and start smashing shit up, stuff like that.
They'd banned Buckfast in our barracks. You weren't allowed Buckfast in accommodation because that many people go off their heads with it and start fighting and breaking stuff. It's not so much the fighting that's the problem, it's the breaking stuff. Yeah. I remember one night I was fucking wrecked, woke up the next morning, last thing I remember was being in the bar. Shit. Fuck, what have I done? Gets my shoes on, hobbles down to lunch, and the floor was wet in the bottom floor. I'm like, what the fuck? This is like ankle deep. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? And I walked past the fire hose. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, the old standard fire hose. in every block, I guarantee that the fire hose has gone at some point after a vehicle or something.
It's just, yeah, that was my fault. I flooded the bottom floor. Oops.
Standard.
That told no one, mind you.
Until now.
Yeah, that's it. That's it now.
They got you.
I had another guy, Speedy. I heard about stories I've never really told. He was an arsehole. He's one of these NCOs, right, in charge of you. He was a full corporal. Now, if he says to you, you get a guy in the army.
To get what?
Well, a guy, we called it. Some, like, official punishment thing.
We get charged.
Like, just say you fuck up and you got, like, a show parade.
Yeah, it's called Jankers.
Jankers.
Yeah.
I've heard it called that before. Yeah.
Yeah, you fuck up, you get fined, and you report like 4 times a day in your number ones and stuff.
Aye, basically. Well, he would call you. He would fucking just say you said something to him, or that you'd been insubordinate. You're fucking me. Oh, I'm sorry. And he'd just have a laugh. He'd just laugh at you. And then he wouldn't do it. I'm taking a piss. It's fine. But see, if you called his bluff on that, he would do it.
Yeah.
Just to be an arse. And I got fucking sick of him. I was in we drove down in Northern Ireland. This time it was still operational. We drove down to another camp. And I had to drive back to get this battery charger. So I drive back to Belfast and then back to the camp again. And oh my God. I came round this corner way too fast on a little bridge. And it was the wall or it was another car. So I scuffed this fucking wall and scratched the side of it. The car was grey. So you couldn't really see it unless you were looking for it, sort of thing. But if you were at the side of the car, you would see it. And I gets back and I gives him the keys. Just as I hand him the keys, another guy comes in and hands him. He's like, "Oh, Speedy, can I borrow your car?" Aye, there you go, there's the keys. I'm like, oh, I'm off the hook.
Nice.
So he drives into the barracks because we're out in the range, and he comes back, gives him the keys back. I'm off the hook, and then goes back to the car park at the end, and there's military vehicles lined up all the way everywhere in the car park. So his car's been surrounded by military vehicles, which in itself is a bad idea for your car to be. You know, people reverse and don't give a fuck, hit walls, you know.
Oh yeah, they just rag them around.
Oh, aye, they give a fuck. So we get back to Belfast, and it was a week later. Yeah, somebody's fucking scratched my car. I didn't even make eye contact.
Oh, really? Did they? Oh my god, the fucking bastards!
Yeah.
I swear, there's some right idiots around here driving.
Oh yeah. So we were in Afghan, and the same fucking guy. Right, I was late for we're doing an 8-hour rotation on the comms because I was in the signals platoon, and I was on for 8 hours. I believe it was 10 till 6, and the next guy is 6 till 2. What, you know, blah 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 blah. And I was late. You know, each one of the privates had been late at some point. Even the corporals were late at some point. You take your punishment. You do what you do. You know. But anyway, I fully accepted the fact I was late. I had no qualms with that. And Speedy that night, he's like, right, come and see me at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That gives you enough time to get sleep and get yourself sorted. Right, fine. So it finishes at fucking whatever, and I'm sitting fanning about on my laptop. Turns the laptop off at 10:45. And then I gets dressed, I'm ready, I'm sat in the end of my bed, it's 10:02. I'm sat there for 10 minutes looking at him on his laptop. He's within throwing distance. I could have threw my laptop at him, that's how close he was. And then he turns his head to the left and then starts shouting at me because I'm not stood at his bed at 5 to 10.
Wow.
So I'm like, right, fine. You know, he did stipulate when he said that, stood next to my bed at 5 to 10. So I gave him that one. And he gives me a telling off for the being late. I'm like, right, okay, that's that, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then it's like 10 past 10. He's telling me off for not passing my PFD. Then he's telling me off for being lazy. And he's telling me off for being on my laptop too much. And he's telling me off for fucking, you know, my whole army career. Which there's absolutely no need for. He just wanted to have a fucking rant. And it was 25 past when I lost it. Well, probably about 20 past. I told him to shut his puss or I was going to bang him. Now, in that situation, that was a bad thing to do. But I done it. Well, I said that to him. And he's like, go see the platoon sergeant. And he stands up and fucks off out the room. What the fuck just happened there? It's quiet. So I goes up to the platoon sergeant's tent. And as I get there, the NCO, Speedy, walks out. Doesn't even look at me, just walks past. And then my platoon sergeant comes out. He's like, what did you do? And I told him what I told you. And he's like, right, see if that had happened, you should have kept your puss shut and then come and see me, and he would have got fucking bounced. But you've been insubordinate. So...
Is that because he sort of was drilling into you?
No, it's because I spoke back.
Saying all this stuff.
It's because
No, like, if he said, if you kept your mouth shut and went to your platoon sergeant, he would have bounced the corporal.
Aye.
Because he was obviously drilling into you about all the freaking stuff in the army.
Aye. He would have got in trouble because there was no need for it. You want to know? The dog's wanting it. He was drilling into me about my entire army career, and it was unprofessional. It was totally out of order. Just a second. Come on then. Sorry about that.
Do you want me?
So if he would have got bounced because the way he was telling me off was wrong. You should have given me a telling off for whatever it was, and then it's like, right, fine. Now, maybe come and have a seat. Right. Why don't you try and improve on this? Why don't you try like some general critique?
A bit of mentoring.
Aye, that would have been fine. But that wasn't what he was doing. He was telling me off for everything. There's no critique in there. There's no fucking, why not try this instead of, maybe help yourself sort of thing.
He sounds like a nice fellow.
Oh, he's an arse. He's a complete fucking doubt.
A power-hungry wanker.
It was at that point when, because I was actually considering telling him about the car, even though he did scrap it a few months after I'd done that thing. But it was always on the it was always on the front of my mind because I worked with the guy, yeah. But when that happened, I'm like, nah, fuck him.
Yeah. Some people just don't deserve that time of day.
Nah. And he used to play Warcraft as well. Here's a fun story for you. We were doing Nax 25. The guild usually did Nax 10, but we've done 25 one night, plugged at some extra people. And me and this other guy were pushed, and we were talking all night. And I'm no exaggerating, I mean like all night. Just constantly. We're talking over tactics and everything. And at the end, Speedy, he was the GM / raid leader, which is a bad combo, but it happened. And he went fucking apeshit. Fucking. And then I think he kicked the other guy for the guild and he demoted me. I'm like, what are you doing? You've been talking all night, I've got a migraine now. And I went into work the next day and I spoke to him like a fucking arsehole. Right in front of every cunt. And they're like, what are you talking about? Scott, why are you, or Jonesy, why are you speaking to Speedy like that? I goes, this is about World of Warcraft. This has got nothing to do with work or rank or anything. And the platoon sergeant's like, what the fuck? I'm fucking shouting at him. You kicked every cunt for the guild and fucking... Oh, it was brilliant.
Sounds like he likes a position of power.
Oh, aye.
If he's the GM, raid leader, obviously his corporal, stuff like that, wants you to stand by his bed.
Oh.
Not your bed.
Oh, aye.
Stand by his bed.
Oh, aye. It was a total fucking power trip, honestly. And you know what made it worse than Afghan when he was telling me off? He was trying to come off the fags and he was on nicotine patches.
Oh, God, yeah.
So he was cranky as fuck.
As an ex-smoker, I can definitely sort of sympathise that you do get cranky.
Yeah. But that's why I said to the platoon sergeant, I goes, he's a fucking arsehole when he's off the fags. I don't want to work with him. Oh, you have to work with him and that. I'm like, well, I will. I'll be civil, I'm a nice guy. I'm an easygoing guy. But if he starts telling me off like that again, I'll just walk away from him and I'll come and tell you. And I'll let you deal with it. Aye, do that. So I said to Speedy, I was like, right, if I'm in trouble, can you please tell the platoon sergeant and let him deal with it? Which nobody wants. Nobody wants to get a telling off for the platoon sergeant. But I preferred it. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I suppose at least if he's told you off, you've actually done something wrong.
Aye.
If his corporal's told you off, it might be some bullshit reason.
Oh, aye. It's fucking nuts, man. You come up with daft fucking rules. We're sat in an ops room, right? And it's still reasonably professional, but you're not going to stand up and salute somebody when they walk into an ops room. There's officers everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You sit up, or something, if the CO walks in or something. So, relax everybody, it's fine. That's fine. But he's like, put your fucking headdress on. I'm like, Speedy, it's like 30 degrees in here. It doesn't matter, put it on. I'm like, it does matter. I'm going to sit here and get a fucking heat injury. I'm in charge. And then I think it was like 10 minutes later, the watchkeeper was changing over, and it was an officer, and he took his headdress off. The first thing he did, and I'll take mine off as well. And Speedy just glared at me because the officer had done it. Hey, I copied him. You can't tell me off for something that an officer's doing. Yeah. Oh, I used to torment the fuck out of that guy. He was an arse anyway. Fuck him. He had a... It was weird because I met the wife on Warcraft, and he, unbeknownst to me, I transferred to the Horde, and the wife had...
Good decision.
Always. And then I think the wife was already Horde, but moved to Alliance. No, sorry, the wife's ex was in the Alliance, and he was in Speedy's guild. I didn't even know the guy. This was after I'd left. And I met the wife, well, the girlfriend at the time, now wife, and I was telling her about Speedy one day, and she's like, who is this cunt? And then she's seen him on my friends list online. She's like, that Highland Park? I was like, aye. He goes, is that the fucking warlock, the Scottish guy? I was like, aye. And she told me about him. Him and Debbie's ex and Speedy were fucking at each other's throats one night.
Wow.
Arguing. Speedy wants to be in charge. Oh, yeah. So it's weird how the world works, eh?
Aye, comes around.
But yeah, anyway, that's that. You have social anxiety.
Do I get it?
Yeah.
A little bit. Like, for example, first PreachCon that I went to, the only person I knew was Stormy.
All right.
It was the first time I actually met her as well. So there's that, and then it was like, cause I've never been to, because obviously you've been in the military, and gaming doesn't really go hand in hand.
No, it doesn't.
People think it's geeky. They'll take the piss out of you, especially if it's World of Warcraft. If I was gaming with Call of Duty as a professional, they'd love it.
Oh, aye.
Because I'm playing WoW, like, fucking geek.
You're the fucking nerd.
Fucking wizards and orcs and casting spells and shit. Like, well, yeah, it's not quite like that, but hey. So like doing something like PreachCon, going to a gaming convention or whatever you want to call it, was obviously a big step, and sort of overcome some form of social anxiety. But generally, being in the military, you don't get it because you're so used to getting chucked into a room full of people you don't know. Within an hour, you're all chatting.
Aye.
Like you've been chatting all the time. I think it's embedded into you in the military. Just to do that, it's like joining a new school every year. Sort of, you have to get on with these people, otherwise, you'll get eaten alive, or you won't progress, sort of thing. So I thought PreachCon, I'd find it really easy. The first hour was rough. After a few beers, it was fine. It was really fun. I'm quite good at talking to strangers or get put into a big group.
Yeah.
And eventually chatting. But yeah, that was a new thing for me, going into sort of a gaming environment with a gaming community, playing a game that I love. Because like I generally don't talk to anyone in the military about my gaming. None of them know I stream. None of them know I play WoW or anything like that. It's a complete secret. But that's why I'm in like PreachCon's community. I'm in my guild. I can talk to people that are like-minded and stuff like that.
Aye.
I can keep it separate, sort of thing.
Well, that's good then.
It's not that I'm ashamed. It's just saving headache.
Aye.
I'm 33 years old now. I don't need some 21-year-old telling me I'm a geek and I should be playing Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been playing WoW since vanilla. I played EverQuest before that. You know, my first FPS was Doom, and Quake and stuff like that. Unreal Tournament. They were proper games.
Yeah.
Fortnite pish. So it's just saving headache. I mean, when I go to my new posting, which is hopefully very soon, starting next year, I've said to myself, I'm just going to be honest, because I'm happy with my family, happy with the friends I've got. I don't need any more friends, so I shouldn't be conscious about people disliking what I enjoy.
No,
So
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
gonna say, yeah, I play games, I play WoW. Think I'm a geek, get bent, sort of thing.
Aye. And the thing is, it's an education side as well, I suppose, and I'm a weird sense of the meaning. If you can educate them in what streaming is, what Warcraft is, and you never know, you might get a few of them into it.
Yeah, maybe. But maybe some of them are already doing it, and then they're just too ashamed as well. I can't be the only person in the entire military that's streaming just games in general, whether it's just WoW.
By the way, we had in the Signals platoon, we had me, Speedy, Sully, Roach, Doc, who else played it? Oh, that other guy, I can't remember his name. And that guy, Chaz. There was 8 people played Warcraft in my platoon.
Wow.
You
Well,
know.
maybe I should come out and show, because then other people might, and I might even learn that so many people that I've known over the years actually play WoW,
Yeah.
and I never knew, sort of thing. So yeah, like I said, my next posting, which is hopefully going to be in February, completely new base, completely new set of people that I don't know. Just be up and honest about it, and yeah, go from there. See what happens.
Aye, that's what you do, man. I think it's not a secret that's eating you up, but it's something that it's another.
I'm just saving myself headaches.
Yeah.
'Cause people in the military are very fickle. Like,
Anything out of the norm.
yeah, if you play WoW, if you collect Pokemon, if you take pictures of post boxes or something stupid, I don't know.
Yeah,
Collect coins.
everybody's got their own niche.
Yeah, collect coins, and like they think, oh, you're a geek. Why am I a geek? It's just something I enjoy.
Because you're not doing
and it's not affecting you. I'm not doing the norm of
you're not doing the caveman stuff.
getting pissed, watching football, playing Call of Duty. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Or FIFA. FIFA's fucking boring. I'm not gonna lie. I had FIFA when I was a teenager. It's just the same game every year.
Yeah.
There's nothing different.
Yeah, I can't. I tried playing FIFA 17 and I was like, I played it for maybe 20 minutes. And this control system is fucked. And a mouse and keyboard. I'm like, fuck it. Nah, delete it.
Yeah, because I've pretty much been playing since I was 5, computer games.
Yeah.
First console, or whatever you want to call it, was a Commodore 64. And from then I've had an Amiga 1200, NES, SNES, Mega Drive, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I think I've got more. I'm not sure. And obviously PCs as well and stuff like that. So I've been gaming since I was 5 years old.
I've basically been the same. I had a different variety of consoles of what you've had, for the sounds of it. My first one was a SNES, and then
Yeah, go on.
sorry, I went on a PS1, N64, GameCube, PS2. I think I had. Did I have an X? I think I had an Xbox, but it wasn't for that long. No, I never had an Xbox. I bought it when somebody else bought a 360, and he was like, "Oh, you what? We'll get a tenner for it," and I got it, but I didn't have it for long. I bought a PS3, a 360, and a Wii, and then then it was PC.
Yeah, I've had a Wii. I've had a 64, and I've still got my 64, and it's got GoldenEye on it and Zelda. I'll never get rid of it. The only thing I've never had is a GameCube, but my first console, I told a lie, it went at Commodore 64. It was Pong.
Oh yeah.
You know the dot that goes across the screen when you're playing tennis or squash.
Yeah.
It was just 2 radial dials for player 1 and player 2, and you plugged it into your telly, and it's went doot doot, and that was it. That was the game, and I was hooked on it. and then my dad bought me My actual first console was the NES.
NES.
Like Chucky Egg and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bomberman.
Did you ever have played Duck Hunt?
Yeah, I had Duck Hunt. That was amazing.
Yeah, my uncle had one. I had a few wee shots of that. With a wee gun.
Great game.
Yeah.
Absolute great game. Revolutionary.
Do you remember, do you ever play Die Hard Trilogy on the PS1?
Yes.
Did you have the
yes.
gun for that?
I had a gun. It had like a recoil thing on it.
Oh, I never had the
Sure it
recoil
did.
on my one. I think my one had lights
Yeah.
on it.
But the Die Hard trilogy was amazing because you had to play through the story, didn't you? You had to do 1, 2, and 3.
Aye.
Yeah. Two was two the plane.
Yeah, Die Hard 1.
One was the tower. 2 was the plane. 3 was
That was the taxi.
taxi in the boat sort of thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you're riding about in the city, having to get the timers and all that. Extend your time.
Yeah.
That is hard. I've played that on my PC, and that taxi one's fucking hard. In fact, the whole game's hard.
Yeah, I've noticed that going back and playing certain games like Sonic or some versions of Mario, and like, why do I keep dying? I pissed this when I was a kid, and it's like really hard now when I'm older. Like Abe's Odyssey, I bought Abe's Odyssey on Steam.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And that was on PlayStation 1, right? Like a puzzle game, a bit like Prince of Persia, and I fucking keep dying. I can't get past. It's like the first level or something. What am I doing wrong?
Yeah, it's the thing is though, right? You see, when you're a kid, you can die 200-300 times
Not affect
and
you.
then do it, and you'll be fine. You'll just keep going. But that rage and frustration comes through when you're older. You'll die maybe 12 times, and then you're like, nah, fuck it. I'll play something else for you. And you'll go back to it. But when you're a kid, you don't have, there's not that same effect.
Yeah, concept of time and frustration. Yeah.
Yeah. At least that's what I get anyway. I mean, I mind playing, is it Crazy Ivan? It was this weird fucking shooting spaceship alien thing. And I completed it in a day. You know, if I played it now, I don't think I'd be able to do it. It's just outrageous. Different mindset, different. Your mind works in a different way when you're a kid, like. Completely different.
Yeah, and your reactions are ridiculously good as well.
Aye. Yeah. It's something else, like. So how long have you been streaming for?
I've been streaming for 2 years. I think it's July 2016. That's what I started.
All right.
No, it was earlier than that. April 2016. Yeah,
Very nice.
that's what just over 2 years. It's been good. Met a lot of people through streaming. It's obviously a grind. It's not as easy as people probably think it is.
Yeah.
You always relate to streaming's easy. Just look at Ninja. He blew up in a day. Playing
Yeah.
Fortnite. So that means everyone else can do it, which is like far from the truth.
Mm.
It's quite much of a grind. Like putting the anywhere between 3 hours to 15 hours a day just to get that one follow.
Aye.
Sometimes you might not get it. I've streamed like some days like for 12 hours, not one follow. I've had 2 people chat, and that's it. And it can be quite demoralising.
Yeah.
To stream, and that's why a lot of people don't last when streaming. I know one guy. He's an American. He's called Zin Rockin. Okay, he's been streaming for a couple of years, but he always tweets out, "It's like, I'm giving it up. This is shit. No one ever comes in. I always talking to myself," and he's very negative about it. But I can see how it can sort of affect him. If no one comes in, then you think, "What's the point?"
Aye.
But you just you got to think to yourself, like I do, is I'm just doing this for fun, not for a job or anything like that. I'm just enjoying. I'm playing WoW anyway. I might as well turn the camera on, and that'll be that.
I had this chat with Mephisto, and we were talking about the biggest thing you need as a is a schedule.
Yes.
A set schedule. what? No, it doesn't even need to be every day. It's just this time on this day, I'm going to be streaming, and people learn it. It's like that big guy Dan. He does his wee cooking show at like 6 o'clock on a Saturday. You know, and I was talking to him about it, and he's like, I'd like to do more of that. And I was like, what about YouTube videos? He goes, but I don't know what I would put on there. I goes, you like cooking? Aye, make a YouTube video. Make breakfast before you go to work. Oh, I never thought about that. I was like, aye, you have breakfast every day. You know, even if it's just a 5-10 minute video. You know, you're making some fried eggs and sandwiches. It's fine. It doesn't matter what it is. If people are interested in your content, they're going to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. And like having a schedule, because people like to plan. Like, they like to get in from work after a hard shit day. They know on a Friday it's drama time. So
Aye.
Saturday it used to be the PG show. So they set their like stream calendar by their favourite streamers. So they might go, all right, Monday I watch Towley. Tuesday is, I don't know, Ninja. Wednesdays Doctor Disrespect. I'm gonna keep my Fridays for Preach and Ghosty, whatever. So Thursdays and Sundays are free. I'll try and find a streamer that's new that I don't know or something like that.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many hours in the day that you obviously can watch Twitch.
See, I tell you, a gap in the market is a Sunday night.
Sunday, I saw your tweet.
Yeah. Telling you that there's not very many. I think there was maybe 2 at one point, but for the most part, it was just like one person streaming.
But is that like a false sense of security? Because there's not that many people streaming. It might mean there's not that many people watching.
Well, the people that I follow, I don't know how many people were actually. There's probably thousands. There's obviously thousands of people streaming, but you know, I follow X amount of people, and they weren't streaming. You know, so
yeah, I try and stream on a Sunday night, but it all depends on because it's normally it's my day off, but it's my day off that I can flex and potentially stream. Mondays is 100% I don't stream because Walking Dead's on. and I spend that time with the missus.
Yeah.
It's normally Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, so Mondays is it's like family time.
And we have to binge on the fucking start of Game of Thrones. You know, think about it.
Well, you got plenty of time, mate. It's like April next year, I think.
Yeah. Well, I've seen them up to date, but I'm thinking maybe just go back to the start.
Yeah, we quite often do that. We should have done it with Walking Dead because I can't remember the end of last season.
I stopped watching in like season 4. I'll get back to it, but I'm just going to wait until it's done. And then,
I'm invested now though, so
oh aye,
I have to know.
the Marvel, the DC stuff starts this week. You've got the Flash.
Oh, the Flash and Arrow. Yeah, I watched them as well.
They start
Flash
this
and
week.
Arrow especially.
I like the only one I've really been watching is the Flash. You know, it's.
Yeah,
I need to catch up
with the Flash. I need to catch up with Arrow.
Yeah, I've got maybe 3 seasons to catch up with Arrow. I want to watch the rest of Supergirl, and I keep up to date with DC Legends of Tomorrow.
I did like that.
Oh, I quite liked that, like.
Okay.
Do you? What was your favourite TV show? If you had to go back and say, right, I'm going to go and binge on this weekend, and you will watch it all weekend.
There's so many, man. That is such a hard question. Can I say 2?
Go for it.
Like you obviously watch box sets when you go into attachments and stuff like that. That's all you can do.
Oh aye.
Obviously, especially in Afghan, you can't drink. You just share box sets and box sets. So my go-to ones were Prison Break and Band of Brothers.
Oh aye.
I could watch them over and over and over. Every detachment I go on and not get bored of it. So I'd say them 2, but I couldn't pick one. I mean, I like 24. Obviously, there's Game of Thrones, Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother. There's favourites, but
maybe watch Stargate now because I've not seen it for a while.
The film or the
TV
box
Stargate
set?
SG-1.
Yeah.
I'd watched the TV program, but I wouldn't say it's my favourite. What's my favourite? I'd probably say The Flash right now. To sit, I'd go with The Flash because I can't wait for that to come back on. I've not been searching any other thing apart from that.
What do you think of the movie Flash take of him? You know, the one with the Man of Steel and stuff, the Justice League.
Oh right, aye.
So he's got like a mechanical suit. He's a bit of a nervous sort of person. You know what I mean? I don't like the.
But that's what
the
he's.
new perceived one.
I get what they're going for because that's what he's actually like. He's in the comics sort of thing. Eh? He's a wee nervous wreck. He's a nerd, a wee bit like Peter Parker, if you like. He's just He's a nerd. He's nervous as fuck. He doesn't care what he's doing.
I really like Grant Gustin as Flash. I think he's really good. And it's just simple like spandex, whatever he's wearing, not some mechanical suit.
Well, apparently that might be coming.
Grant Gustin is.
No, the TV show. Apparently they might be adding mechanical stuff to his, or mechanical look to his suit. But we'll see how that goes anyway. But, I wasn't so keen on Justice League, to be honest.
You wasn't?
No.
I like the Avengers stuff. I don't mind. I don't know. I don't think I rated Ben Affleck as Batman. I think that sort of ruined it. I liked Henry Cavill as Superman. I haven't seen Wonder Woman, and I haven't seen. Oh, obviously Aquaman's out soon. I haven't seen that one, but God knows who Cyborg is. I haven't got a clue. That robot dude. So.
Nah, I don't know who that is. What else was coming out actually? No, think about it. Let's just type in superhero movies soon. Upcoming superhero movies. Oh, Venom. I want to see that.
2 days ago or something like that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shit. Guess where I'm going tomorrow. I need to go and watch that. Holy shit. Fuck, I need to watch that. No, that one doesn't count. Venom, Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, that's like a cartoon one. Huh. Aquaman, that's coming out shortly.
Yeah, that looks alright.
I think that'll be alright actually. As long as he's getting pashed and fighting, that should be fine.
He's fine. He's like half brother because his half brother wants to take the throne under the water.
All right.
Stuff like that, and the half brother wants to bring the war to the land and stuff like that using giant sea turtles and stuff. I don't know. It looks weird.
Ah. There's a new Hellboy coming out.
Yeah, I've seen that. He looks completely different.
Is that the same guy?
No,
right.
No.
Okay.
It's I can't remember the actor's name, but it's a different guy.
David Harbour. Is that the guy? I'll tell you now. Aye, that's him. He's got quite a noticeable jaw. That's maybe why he got the role. He's got a fucking jaw and a half, like. Jesus.
Yeah, it was Ron Perlman was the original.
Right, okay. I think it's Dave Harbour that's the...
Yeah, he's that new guy.
The new Hellboy. Huh. What else have we got? What's that? X-Men Dark Phoenix. Oh, I seen the trailer for that. I think, as long as they didn't fuck up the universe, you know, like they did with the original X-Men. You get like 2 films and then the third one makes no sense with the time order and shit.
Yeah.
and then it goes back and forth, and it's like, wait a minute, what?
A bit like Water to Draenor.
Oh, that was a disaster, that. If you were into sending your garrison, it was fine.
Yeah. Alts, it was good. Because I just farmed resources. Like, log into my alt, put the
Aye.
resources, do the mission, get the mounts. Easy.
Gambit? What the fuck's Gambit?
Gambit's the guy with the cards. He uses playing cards to.
Oh, he's an
and
X-Man,
he's got like a stick as well.
Ah, that's the guy at 22 Jump Street, the tall boy.
What, Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum, aye. Huh. That'd be good. I like him. Well, they're bringing out what do you call it? A new Sherlock Holmes film
Yeah, I wasn't really.
with the two guys for Talladega Nights and our stepbrother.
Oh yeah, Will Ferrell and something Junior.
Aye. Is that it there? New film, hang on.
John C. Reilly, that's it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, John C. Reilly's the stepbrother.
Aye. So they two should. That's Holmes and Watson. It's called. That'll be a good laugh. Just stupid, Just a stupid laugh.
Yeah, they're geniuses together. I love Talladega Nights.
I was actually. I was going to fucking download that. I think. I need to check my cloud. Let me have a look. Oh no, never. Oh well. Oh no, I watched it on Cody. That's what I done. And I got bored because I was stoned. Oh well. Oh, they're bringing out a Joker film.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
I hope they didn't make him out to be a good cunt. I hope he actually goes nuts and starts killing folk.
It's like an origin story. So it's how he sort of became the Joker. Early doors sort of thing.
Okay. Be good if they do it right.
Yeah. They have a tendency to fuck these things up.
Untitled Marvel film. Untitled Marvel movie. Untitled DC film. Fuck's sake. Alright, so there's no name here. Oh, no yet anyway. Aye. Oh, what did you watch the UFC?
I caught up on it, yeah. I didn't watch it live.
Right. I'd done the same. But I'd avoided all spoilers, eh? You know, I downloaded it and I'm like, right, I'm going to watch this before I go on Twitter. Guaranteed.
Yeah. So, it was fucking a shit show.
Oh.
But it's I've just noticed it today that the eagle-eyed people that watch it, they've noticed that Conor was cheating.
Aye?
When he was in, when Khabib was like pinning him down on top of him, trying to like grapple with him, Conor was holding onto his shorts, which apparently he can't do in.
Nah, you're not meant to grab
UFC.
onto stuff.
Yeah, because obviously he's trying to roll your hips and stuff like that, but you're cheating by holding onto something. So, I mean, Khabib is the best at what he does. You know, Conor's the best at knocking people out. But if you can't knock someone out, then you've got nothing really. He's not.
Yeah.
I think his only losses are tapping out. I think Conor's.
Huh.
I don't know if he's ever knocked out. He's always been tapped out.
I would have let him choke me out, like. You know, all right. I think that Joe Rogan says that grab that he done around his neck, if that's on your jaw, it hurts like hell. So you know, and you wouldn't choke out at that. You'd tap out because of the pain.
Yeah.
But if it's around your neck, I'd go to sleep like.
So,
Tell you right now. Night night, boys. I'd wave to the crowd. Night night.
Yeah, it was all right. I'm more excited about the boxing this year.
Aye.
With the Fury and Wilder and Anthony Joshua potentially fighting one of them too.
Hmm.
That'd be good.
The thing is, I don't pay much attention to sports in general, but there's certain fighters I want to see, and that whole fight, the whole night, that some brilliant fights, amazing. And there was one of them done it's the heavyweights for some reason that I see, and these guys do the fucking big kicks and that. I'm like, wow, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I did Taekwondo, and there's twice now that I've seen kicks, and it's like, holy shit, I want to do that. One of them, the first one was like months ago. You go to throw a front snap kick with your lead leg, so your lower leg's in front, and then the rear leg, you actually feint with it, and then your rear leg comes up and scalps them in the head. It's quite difficult to do because there's a balance and your body's screaming, I want to do this, but you're forcing it to do something else. And it's a good move. It's a good move for sparring because people put their hands down to block the front snap kick. And then next thing you know, there's someone coming over their head. I mean, I'm not that flexible to get it over their head, but I would certainly hit them in the ribs with it. But there was another one the other night. The guy hit him with his shin on his head. That had to be said, like, but it was a similar sort of principle. But he done like 2 punches to the guy's face, and he blocked him. And as his left hand went down to block the other punch, the leg came over and scalped him in the head. So he had no guard up at his head, and it was beautiful. So I need to learn how to do that. So that's my next thing on my list.
Better get training.
Well, there's a selection, a Taekwondo selection, the 21st of this month for Team Scotland.
Ooh.
Because there's a massive fucking competition down in England in June down in Kidderminster.
Yeah.
Now, I'm only a green belt, and there's going to be loads of black belts going to this selection. And there's people from other clubs all over Scotland coming to ours to try for the selection. I don't know how many people are going to be in the team, like. But like Mr. Fisher says, I want people that can listen and take in the information and use that information. I'm not wanting somebody that can come in and, you know, score 10 points and no bother, but lose a fight. I want people that are going to come in and listen and, you know, work with us, you know, things like that. So I'm going to go. I'm going to try it. If I don't get it, I don't get it. I'll still go.
There's no hardship, is there?
Yeah. I'll still go to Kidderminster.
You are a green belt, but if some black belt thinks he's Jackie Chan or whatever and doesn't listen to the teacher, then
they're no good.
He's probably not going to get a spot, is he?
No.
Thinks he knows it all.
And it's all right. I know there's people that are better than me there, but I can guarantee you, I will be there, and I will be the only person trying 100%. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm not that good. I know I'm not brilliant, but I will try my fucking hardest when I'm there. You know, and I'll listen to people, and I'll take advice, and I always do. And I'm always asking people to critique what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's the sort of best it's the best students, they're eager to learn, because I'm a football coach, qualified for the FA.
All right.
And I know some kids like, I know all about football. I watch Ronaldo on telly, and then you'll get another kid who'll be like, I can't seem to curl the ball. What am I doing wrong here?
Yeah.
Or I can't seem to keep the ball down because I'm always skying it when I'm shooting at goal. And they're the ones that you want to try to invest the time in, because the kids that have seen Ronaldo on telly think they know it all. Their dads are probably saying, "Oh yeah, you're going to be the next Alan Shearer or Wayne Rooney. Don't worry about it. You'll get the piece of piss." And they just don't improve as a player. Like, there's a reason why there's still football coaches in the Premiership coaching professional players who have sort of made it. They're still improving.
Aye.
Every day. I mean, look at Ronaldo when he first joined Man United. Spotty little teenager who kept falling over, and look what he's achieved to date sort of thing, and that's because of coaching.
Aye. Oh, aye.
So you can apply the same in taekwondo. If you're willing to learn, you will always improve.
Oh, aye. I mean, you learn to do what they call patterns. So you do, in my pattern, I think there's 26 moves or something, and each move it doesn't have to be exact at my grade, but the closer you get it to exactly the way it's supposed to be done, the better. And by the time you get to black belt, you're expected to get that all right. But I want to get it perfect every step, every grade that I've done. I feel I've done the best I can do with that pattern. And on my competition, a couple of weeks back, I got a gold for it. There was 8 of us, and my pattern was the best. It was really good. It was on point.
Nice. I think I saw that on Twitter actually.
I maybe did put it on Twitter actually, yeah. But I love it because I'll go up to my instructor and say, right, see this, when you go into this move, is my feet in the right position? Yeah, they're fine, or no, they're not, and if I'm just a little bit unsure, right, am I doing this right? Because you don't want to teach yourself bad habits. You don't want to see the same pattern. You don't want to be practicing it for months and months and months, and then all of a sudden, no, your feet are in the wrong place. It's like, shit. Because you've built up the muscle memory at that point. So, yeah. There's a fine line between you need to learn the whole pattern and then you need to drill the pattern. So, you've just like your rifle drills. If you do it all in the wrong order, something might not work right.
Yeah. And then that definitely gets drilled into.
Yeah. And that's repetition, and it's basically the same with your pattern. But yeah. But what was I getting at with that? What got us onto that? Fuck. This hat.
Onto.
Yeah, something got me onto patterns. What got me onto that?
It's usually the competition that you might be.
Oh, aye.
Or just the willingness to learn.
Aye. I mean, the other day I was sparring and I'm like, how do you counter that? Somebody lifts their leg up. You couldn't do this in MMA, but they lift up their leg and they're like just throwing it out, tap, but they keep the leg up in the air, so you can't get near them.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and every time I've been sparring, I've heard nothing outside that ring. People can be shouting, people could be screaming, I'll hear nothing because I'm focused on my opponent. The adrenaline's going. You know what I mean? I'm hearing nothing. And all I heard was, do a reverse turning kick. And I'm like, what? I was like, oh, aye. I spun round to throw this kick, which is the perfect counter to what she did, and she still managed to kick me in the ribs. But yeah, I done, for some reason, it was the first time I'd heard anything outside the ring. So I think that's a definite point of improvement. So if I could do that during the competition and actually listen to what's going on around me whilst I'm sparring, I think I'll do no bad.
Yeah, you do alright, mate.
But, it's good doing martial arts. And I think that's the thing that the military don't really, I mean, yeah, you have your boxing teams and that, but there's not really that many martial arts.
No, there's the odd club or like teacher. It's very super rare. They seem to concentrate on boxing, football and rugby.
Aye. It'd be good if there was maybe 2 or 3 people in each regiment that, go and do martial arts, get your black belt, and then you could teach in the camp. Every fucking Monday night, Tuesday night, or whatever, because you could hire out or book the gym for nothing. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
So the only thing you're really going to be buying,
get all the equipment through the military as well.
Aye, you get it. You get it all.
The sports lottery.
And that'd be a beautiful way of doing it, and you'd open it up to loads of people. And again, it's confidence building, eh? I mean, I was a totally different guy, running about social anxiety. I was a totally different guy 2 years ago. Well, say a year and a half ago when I started Taekwondo. I would not confront anybody at all about anything. I would go out my way to avoid confrontation. If somebody was trying to argue with me, I wouldn't argue back. If I disagreed with somebody on Facebook, I wouldn't even comment on it. I would just avoid it. And the same in life, the whole lot. I was not confident at all. I would speak to everybody. It didn't bother me that way, but I wouldn't confront anybody. And I would always watch what I was saying and blah, 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 blah. Then I started Taekwondo. And I'd say about maybe 3 months in, I'd sparred about 3 times or something, 2 or 3 times. And I had a good few punches in the face. And that's when you actually realise that it's not actually that bad getting punched in the face.
What?
You know what I mean?
I've been punched in the face plenty of times. I don't think of it as not that bad.
Well, that's what I mean. But you're sparring and that, and you're fighting back, and like continuous sparring is the best, because one of the guys that came to our class, Brian, he's done jiu-jitsu for fuck knows how many years. I'm sure he's a black belt, but he just started sparring with us, and I think it was like his 3rd week or something, and he was way too rough with me. Bust my shins open, everything. You know, I had sore shins for ages. Then I'd go to the other class, and he'd be there as well. Oh man! And we were just doing continuous sparring one day, and I'm like, fuck this. And I started hitting him back as hard as he was hitting me. And that's where the confidence came through. Because I was feeding off of him, and he was feeding off of me. So we were both basically knocking fuck at each other. But there was a line. We didn't really cross the line, but I remember at one point he spun round to do a kick, and I just like ran into him. And as he came round, he's like, "What the fuck? Where are you?" You know what I mean? I wasn't in front of him. He looked left, and I'm there. Bang! Right in the puss. Punched him right in the puss. Burst his nose.
Nice.
Oh, it was beautiful. And after that, Mr. Hurd kept saying to him, our instructor, he's like, "Stop being so hard." You know, and every round we went in, we'd knock fuck at each other. He was knocking fuck at his own kids. Well, no knocking fuck at them, but he wasn't being any easier on them than he was with me. And
consistent.
Aye. So Mr. Hurd put his sparring gear on our instructor, and he knocked fuck at him. Mr. Hurd went in and he fucking knocked fuck at him, because he's a black belt in Taekwondo, you know. And to be fair, after that, he stopped being so rough. But I actually like sparring with this guy, because he can go that wee bit harder, you know. And that's when I learned I need shin pads. You just bust them open, man. Shin on shin, you're getting a sore one.
Tibia, can't you?
Well, aye, but you're no kicking that hard. But still, even just like the force you maybe clap your hands at, if your shin's hit like that, that's sore, like. Yeah. But yeah, I recommend martial arts to everybody. It doesn't matter what kind of martial arts it is. Hell, boxing, you know.
Any form of fighting discipline is good.
Aye. And there was a boy that was staying with us very well. He was putting his son in his son, he's got 3 boys. The middle one was getting bullied by this guy. So his big brother went up and he grabbed this boy and he had his hand round his neck, and he was just about to start punching him when his dad seen him. He's like, "Oi, what are you doing?" And he let go of the boy, and the boy ran away. And so he put him into boxing training. And he was doing it for about a month. And then the wife, I don't know what happened, she must have seen a fight on telly or some shit, I don't know. She went nuts. Why are you putting him to boxing? Why are you teaching him to fight? You shouldn't be doing that. And he goes, "You just answer my question. I'm teaching him to fight." He had a guy he had a boy around the scruff of the neck and he was going to start punching him. How much damage is that going to do? If he squares up to a boy, jabs him a few times in the face, he'll drop, he's going to leave him alone, he's going to walk away, and that'll be the end of it.
Aye.
If he starts grabbing people and smashing them, there's going to be problems, and he's going to do more damage than he would have if he just gave him a few digs. Which is
exactly
a fair point. You teach people to fight, and the first thing you teach you when you're doing martial arts is you do not be the aggressor. You know, try and get out of there, try and get away from them.
It's all about self-defense and using their momentum to your advantage.
Aye.
If they're going hell for leather.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, Taekwondo is not a street fighting sport. You know, but they do teach you techniques that can help you in these sort of situations. Somebody gets you in a headlock, right? Their arms round your neck. Best way of dealing with it: drop to the floor, grab their left. Say they've got their left arm over you. Drop to the floor, or any leg really. Grab it and push them forward with your shoulder. Straight away, they're falling forward. What are they going to keep a hold of you and smash their face? No, they're going to put their hands out in front of them. Get up, give them a dig in the ribs, and then run. Sorted. That's that's the easiest way of dealing with it. But yeah, obviously they teach you all that stuff.
Yeah, my dad was a kung fu instructor.
Oh, aye.
Before he passed away. So he did. He
Sorry,
was
man.
black belt. No, sorry. He was black belt second dan in kung fu. I was never allowed to do it.
No.
Because of my mum.
Right.
They split when I was 3, so she was like, I don't want you to deal with it. But my dad, he sort of taught me at home, off the cuff sort of thing.
Aye.
I've never graded or anything like that. But he just taught me the basics, and just left it as that. It didn't go into great detail on, like you said, the
patterns and that
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, if anyone gets you like this by a scruff of your neck, you can do this.
Aye.
Weak points of the
Basic
body.
self-defense
Yeah,
stuff.
pressure points. If you just jab a thumb here, they'll go down like a sack of shit.
Yeah.
And that's all you really need. But it's any form of martial arts or even fighting, boxing, UFC. Like you said, it teaches them discipline on how to defend themselves, how to correctly hit the opponent, so you don't have to hit them numerous times. If you can just hit them once and get them down on the ground, then that's all you need to do. It's a bit like shooting. Only shoot aim shots and don't empty your magazine into a person. You only need to shoot them once and they're down.
Yeah. I'll give you a bit of a weird story. Just sidetrack a little bit here. When we were going to Afghan, we got told a story about there was a guy in a patrol base. He was up in the Sanger, up in the tower, and there was a guy running towards the. Now this is all to do with justifying why you're shooting somebody. You know, your card alpha and all that. So the guy is running towards the camp. This guy in the Sanger opens the window, shouts, "Stop!" Didn't stop. Fires a few warning shots at this guy. Keeps running. He's like, shit. He's a bomber. He's going to blow his cell up. So he fired 2 warning shots. So he emptied the 28 rounds that were left in his magazine into the guy, reloaded, fired another 17 rounds, and killed the guy. You know, but when he was asked, why did you keep shooting? He goes, I thought he was going to blow his cell up. Yeah, but you reloaded and kept shooting. He was moving. If he can move, he can blow his cell up.
Yeah, fair one. I mean, it's the judging it. If
Aye.
398 card alpha says if they're a threat to life or property of importance, then they're a threat.
Aye.
And if they got a thumb on a dead man switch, then they're a constant threat.
Yeah. Well, it turned out the guy was late for work, and that's why he was running.
Fuck it though.
You know. But that's something that guy's going to have to live with. You know, it's...
Moral of the story is don't be late for work.
yeah, exactly.
5-minute rule, you know.
Right past a fucking patrol base with soldiers with itchy fingers. Yeah, but that's it's a shame that, I mean, I've heard weird stories like that. You know, there was a guy, he was on a push bike, and Jay, the guy I was telling you about, he was on is that a GMG? No, sorry, it was a 50 cal. He was on a 50 cal on top of this vehicle, and we were at this compound and that, and this guy on a push bike kept coming up to the same area about 100 metres away from him, and he's like, right, he gets on the blower, he's like, you know, boss, there's a fucking guy, he's dicking us, you know, blah 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 blah. I just seen your message.
So, mate, finish your story.
Aye, he what do you call it? He gets... Aye. He says, can I fire a warning shot at this guy? And he's like, aye, do it. So, takes the safety catch off, fires just below him, so that'll hit the ground and it'll splash up and, you know, hopefully scare him off. That wasn't what happened, though. he squeezed the trigger just a little bit and let go, and it fired 3 rounds.
Oh, God.
It was on automatic.
Yeah.
He'd been in a firefight earlier in the day and never changed it back, and wiped the guy out. Yeah.
Why? Because of the recoil.
Well, yeah, because obviously
After first
fire
recoil.
goes up the way, yeah.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, it probably would have tried shooting him later anyway, but, you know, it's good fun. Well, that's what that is, eh?
Awesome.
So what's your future prospects? What are you aiming for?
Through what? From my job or
Well,
streaming?
yeah, you've told us about your military career. What's your plans for streaming and or you do YouTube and that?
No, I started off on YouTube before I went streaming.
Right.
I find that editing videos takes a long time,
Aye.
but for very little reward.
Aye.
I'm not streaming for money. What I'd like to do is create a gaming community of like-minded people, not just WoW players, but
In general game community.
PUBG, Fortnite, if you have to really go there.
Okay.
Mainly WoW.
Aye.
And just have fun. My ideal stream would be every time I come on, there's like 200 people there, and 200 people just chat to me for 5 or 6 hours, and I chat to them, and I turn the stream off, and I'm like, brilliant! What a great night. Obviously, one day I'm in no rush. I've got 6 years left in my military career. I want to finish my career, get my pension.
Aye.
So I've got 6 years to get partnered on Twitch. And the gold plate sort of answer would be, once I've finished the military, be a full-time streamer.
Aye.
Like variety, like lyric or soda popping or something like that, and just play games that I want to play and enjoy. And I'm playing Assassin's Creed at the moment.
Oh, aye.
At the same time as obviously raiding in WoW, and I'm really enjoying it.
Is there a difficulty setting?
There is, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there's a easy, medium, hard, nightmare.
Nightmare's my go-to.
Try it, mate. I mean, I'm on hard, and it's fucking hard. But if you want a proper challenge, I don't know if you play God of War.
No, I haven't, but I don't have a console.
But you know,
No.
that would be an issue. But Assassin's Creed you can get on PC.
Yeah.
But the difficulty on God of War is ridiculous. It's
Aye.
so hard. Like, I didn't do it on the hardest, which is, I think it's called Godlike. I did it on the one below, which is what I normally do on games.
Right.
It's normally the hard. It was that hard. I had to dumb it down to medium.
Fucking hell.
Because I just couldn't do it. It's like you sit in an area, and all of a sudden you got 15 mobs coming at you, and you've got like a basic bitch axe, Like, I don't know how to do this, so I had to dumb it down a bit. But yeah, ideally, finish the military, become a full-time streamer, and just be happy with what I do, that sort of thing. And I'm always at home with the kids and the wife and whatnot.
Fair enough. That's the way to do it, man.
Aye.
So,
Yeah,
aye.
it took me 6 years to do that.
Well, good luck. I'll watch
Cheers,
you.
mate. Yeah, I know you're toot toot.
Doot doot. Doot doot. That's all I was doing at PeachCon. Every time I went outside, doot doot.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to make next year.
Aye.
Cause it depends. Because if I get this new job, I'm in a classroom for 9 months.
Wow.
Monday to Friday, which means I can't have any time off. But I'll need to figure that out. If
See, it's
on, like, a
different in
bank
the army.
holiday or something like that.
Can't really pull a sickie, yeah?
No.
Know that I would, but if I was pulling a sickie at my work, I'm at home. You know, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I can't go
Whereas-
to Manchester.
You know, if you're in a barracks or if you're like Mary quarters, it'd be a bit more difficult to do, I would imagine.
Yeah. People know where you live.
Aye. Alright, you can blag being sick, you know, bedded down, but what, you're not in your house? What?
We'll see what happens next year. See if it's in the UK. Obviously, they were talking about America last year or this year. Sorry.
Right, okay.
We'll see what happens. I'm sure Mike's got a plan.
Aye.
If he could do it in Oxford, that'd be brilliant. Just round the corner.
Yeah. You could say the same. If he has it in Edinburgh, that'd be fine. Aye. Well, I know you're a busy man, so we'll call it there, eh?
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, man. It's been a pleasure.
Always willing to help out, mate. I know you started this new thing. I'll help out anytime.
I love it, man. I love it. It's episode
I'll
9.
shout out on my Twitter once you've made the podcast go live or whatever.
I'll be able to get it sorted tonight because I'm not drunk.
Cool, yeah, I'll tweet out.
Cool. Well, that's Hagscast,
Spread the love.
episode 9. Happy days. I'm going to do number 10. I'll not do it tonight. I might do it in the morning. I'll just do it myself, and I'll have my webcam on and a rundown of what I've done and where I can improve and stuff like that. Plans for the future. So,
Cool,
aye.
man. It's a good thing.
So,
We've got
cut.
a fair few guests.
So, podcast done. Happy days. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening.